Hello, random viewer, and I'm starting my little let's play here. So I am Terkanil, and I'm going to be showing you a little bit of history on this world. I'm going to be going into a world we have called RxCraft. There's me and at least one other currently on this server. I'm going to be showing you what this world is based upon, as it does provide a little history here. So the original server was started by a friend of ours, going by the name Torhan. This is spawn for that world. So as it loads up here, there's some interesting mounts here, and above us is the area that Brandon Torhan created. So I'm currently sitting here in creative mode just to be able to fly around this and show a little bit of what he did. So here is his little house that he has loaded up so he can watch over the valley below, which runs in and through this mountain and right along the side in order to give it a nice, interesting view. Going up above us a little bit further, this place is actually big enough to take us in and through clouds. Originally been planning to go up this way, build some farm automation, I believe, up in that direction, as well as other rooms over here. Going back down below, this pathway went down to his nether portal. So this is a lot of the design ideas he put in here initially. Unfortunately, he is no longer here and passed away several months ago. But we wanted to take this world as it was a very nice seed to play on, very interesting biomes, and very fun mountains for us to play in. So this is the new server that we have. This is the new RxCraft, and as you can see here, I've already gotten a little bit of a start. Putting some windows in, and this is what I see. What you see ahead of us is what I refer to as the longhouse. Basically, just a little protective area that will be temporarily used for storage and my bed. Going back here, I'm going to have a temporary farm right here, so I can get some food going. And then I shall be digging up into the mountain, going that way to go up, probably down as well. I may even take the down over here. Haven't quite decided on that part yet. And this is going to be going off, branching that way, and we'll probably curve along with the mountain as that's the way it goes. But for the moment, I need to go help hunt down a village that is currently hiding off somewhere in that general direction. So I will be back with you after I hunt that thing and get back here. I'm en route hunting down a village that is out in this general direction. The other person on this server, Ammaross, who also has a Let's Play at the same time, we're both decided to run one simultaneously. There's a little bit of lag there. This is what I get for playing in full screen. I have to remember to change that. Over in this direction is a village that I'm aware of from the original server. Torhan and I had managed to find this thing as we decided we needed a village, and hey, look at that, there it is. And we wanted the resources that it provided. So we both went off exploring this place in all kinds of various directions, killing cows and sheep and things along the way. Oops, timed out. Alright, let's try this again. Had a small error on the server that kicked us all out, so coming back in. So a little bit ago I was heading over toward a village, which is now right down there. So I'm going to be dropping down below here, and so I can give the coordinates to Ammaross, so he can get over here. Alright, so we currently have a channel open, so I'm just going to yell at him really quick. Alright, your coordinates you should be looking for is X, -634, Z 341. We have several villagers in here that we can hear. So we're going to try to prevent people from getting too much out of here. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit of a mess while I try to control these guys. So I will be back after I get this sorted out a little bit. Alright, so I have, in order to take protective measures for our poor villagers, I've blockaded them in and hopefully got them all safe. I got one right outside the window here. We've got zombies wandering around, probably a couple creepers too. T-Will that wants to make noise. And I blockaded myself inside the blacksmith shop until like morning. But let's see what we got in here. So we got 8 dark steel bars and some electrical steel. So I guess I should mention here, this is not a vanilla load. We have decided to play with several mods. So the mods on the server that we are playing with include thermal expansion, BuildCraft, EnderIO, and EnderStorage. So big thank you to all the mod teams that have put those all together. We originally weren't going to have a lot of these until a few days ago when we noticed that many of these mods had been updated, especially thermal expansion. Boy, there's a lot of zombies out there. I don't want to go out there. So as I was heading back from a holdout from the village, found a second village, and hey, oil. That's a big oil too. Woo, shiny. So let me get in here and get this thing blocked off. Don't want our little, well, I can call it a village, sort of. Not much to it though. Oh well. I'll have to run back and line it up. But we got some more villagers to play with, and if they die, well, we have bookshelves. Take note of this location on the map. And I can get back here. Oh, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting this out here. More of that. So, turns out I went running in the wrong direction. I'm stuck in a hole. So, while I'm down here, I'll just cover all the rest of the other mods we got going in here. So, as I said, we have 4 client-side, and actually I said 4 server-side mods, and we also have 4 client-side mods. So, the various mods we got going here are giving us all kinds of fun stuff to play with. We have the thermal expansion stuff down here, which is always I'm using to play with, as we did in a previous game we had on running on 1.6.4. We have the BuildCraft stuff up here, which is the currently running BuildCraft 6.0.17. And then we have some other stuff we're just going to have to learn how to use still, which I believe is down here a little bit. Looks like some of it is, at least. Yep, there it is. So we have pieces from their mod, EnderIO, which gives us all kinds of interesting toys to play with and how to path items, energy, redstone signal even, between various places through different types of piping that it provides. And then we have EnderStorage, which replaces the Ender box, Ender chest. So those things are under someplace. Don't see them presently. I'm too much stuff on the screen. So we got all that we're going to be playing with. And then client side, we're allowing obviously NotEnoughItems, NEI. We have a mini map, as you see up in the corner there. This is a mod called JourneyMap. So I pull it up, I can have a map of the entire world as I've explored it. So presently it's night, so it's showing everything at night. So we are presently down here at the blue mark. And up here, if I zoom in, is the village that I was just roaming around at. And because I was going the wrong direction, I'm over here. Whereas I should be right about here. So down here, I believe it is where my hold that I built and will be spending most of my time. Alright, that is right around here. Nope, there it is. That is my hold. So there's the longhouse from above, and the mountain that I'm digging into. Across the way here is a desert that will be keeping me good and busy, as it will provide me plenty of sand for glass. So these are a few of the things we got going. I think that's everything I've got, but let me double check and see if there's any other mods that I happen to have missed. Oh yes, one other that we have in here, as soon as I load back into the game. This is the last one that I have, at least here, that we both have. This is called CraftGuide, so it's just another way to view recipes for various items, and if it understands what it is, it gives you the recipe for it, which, fortunately, is, if it can find it, it will show you it. And it can simplify based upon whatever you click on anything, and tie things together, and you can go from there. So a very useful mod when you're trying to find something very quickly. Ammaross has another mod, Optifine, which he is using for the texture pack he's running, which is a high-res texture pack. Me, I'm merely using one not quite so intricate. This is the faithful 32 by 32 with a couple of extra modifications that I've tossed in. But I will be back once I get back to the longhouse and survive the night. Alright, let's see if I can actually get myself recording with my voice this time. So, obviously back at the longhouse. This will be about the third take of me trying to do this. Managed to get back without too much issue. Killed one spider along the way, ran from a zombie, and ran past the village again, so I picked up a whole bunch of resources on top of what little I got. So I got a bunch of carrots, some tomatoes, killed some cows, got some beef and leather, as well as a few other things. So, enough to keep me going, so I won't starve. Yay! So, we're near beds. I'm going to hit my bed here. Ammaross is doing the same. So we can switch it back to day without getting ourselves killed. Yay! Also means we can save time so we aren't hiding in a hole. And there we are. It's day, still raining. Yay, rain. So I'm going to go show you outside the area here. Hopefully I don't have too much out here. Preferably not any creepers, doesn't look like it. So right next to me I've got a nice little desert. I'll be digging up there, so I don't have to traverse the sand to get up. Ooh, bones. More bones! I like bones. It'll help me get my food. So nice little area here. Lots of desert, lots of sand. And out below me here, oh boy, creeper. Let's get a good running area. Then I'll come back to deal with that. Come on. Follow me, creeper. And alright. So out to the north or south? So out to the north of me, man, I get my directions wrong. This is a nice roofed forest. It goes on for a pretty good distance in all directions. Got some nice big mushrooms. Let's see here. And this, for me, the part I like the most is the dark oak. Big trees everywhere and provides lots of wood. Not quite as much as a jungle tree, but the coloring for it is very useful when adding alongside either oak or even birch. Makes a good meld from what I've seen. Gives me a lot of stuff to play with. So, I have plenty of wood there to play with. That'll be nice and fun to use. Then of course we got the cactus out here. That'll give me something to work with. And if you hear a voice in the background, that would be Ammaross. We are currently roommates, so he is just sitting there in the background doing his. But I'm going to get digging on this room here. So I'm going to stick the room right here, probably act as a temporary, maybe convert it later on. But I need someplace to put food, and it's going to go right here. Hopefully I'll find some iron in this, because I need buckets. So I'm going to pause this here, and I'll be back after I get this dug out. Alright, the room is finally dug out. Fortunately, I'm safe behind my windows. So I had to get this all filled in as I was getting going. Fortunately, I'm good at getting distracted by random little side projects. But, so I've got nice painted glass here so I can look out over the desert behind me. See what time it is. Back to this. Now I can start getting this all filled in. So what is currently being planned here is I'll be using this to get myself some carrots and potatoes going. So I'll have plenty of food to keep myself going as I play through here. Carrots for the quick, and if I decide to get some pigs around here, I can use that. Use it for that. Later down the line, I might start using them for golden carrots. Potatoes became a favorite of mine, at least from playing here. It was something that actually got into my head from Torhan. Potatoes are easy. You get a lot of them when you make them, and you just have to toss them in the oven and bake them. So 3 hunger provided for you. So it is a good food to use. Nice and simple. So this will give us something to keep us going for the duration until I can get some automatic farming going. What I'm going to end up doing here is I'm actually going to take the pathway here that I've got, and I'm going to wrap it around this farm area. So this will actually be an open area going off that way toward into the mountain. Right here is basically where the mountain starts to curve a little bit. So I'm going to end up taking the hallway a bit and following along with that. It'll probably end up jutting out just a little bit. Hopefully not too much. But this is going to be the project for the night. And didn't find any iron. Rats. So I may end up having to dig into what would end up being a basement here. One thing I do know is that roughly that direction is an abandoned mine. That is going to keep me good and busy for a while. And if it came up the same way it did the first time I came across this seed, then it will provide us with loads of fun, as it's got at least a couple spawners right down there. And if I recall correctly, it had a skeleton spawner and a cave spider spawner within 7 blocks of each other. So it'll be interesting getting into that space. I may have to call Ammaross over to help me with that part, but we'll see what happens. That'll give us necessary string and bones. So at some point Ammaross was going to end up going and building a automatic tree farm, and using thermal expansion he was able to construct something that would basically allow us to completely AFK and have it run. So that will be highly useful to us, as it will provide plenty of wood as we work. And it looks like I'm lagging out here, so I'll be back. Alright, got that back up. For some reason the server is having an issue. I'm not sure if it's mod or hardware, but I'll have to look into that here in a bit. I need to find where the rest of my dirt went. Yeah, there it is. So let's get this all filled out and at least prepared for water. So hopefully at some point along the way here, I can find some iron. Really hope I'll get some iron soon. I'm gonna need it. And then I can get this fixed out. But I think I'm gonna break for the night. I'm gonna continue going here. Fill out, so the next time I record, I should hopefully have this all completed. Probably have the hallway wrapping around a little bit, and I might even have a little bit dug into some of the upper floors so I can get some of the areas prepared. And hopefully next time I can get working on what will effectively be a bedroom, because everybody likes to have a nice little bedroom, someplace spacious and nice looking to sleep. So I will be back. This is Terkanil, signing off. So as I'm digging around in the basement, I wanted to make a quick apology for some of the technical difficulties I had during the creation of this first video. Had a few problems on the server, which did turn out to be hardware, as well as a bit of trouble with the actual recording itself. So hopefully it will look a bit better going forward. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.